All right, so today we will be talking about the volcanic eruption on the island of Montserrat. So, the eruption took place on the island of Montserrat, which is located in the Caribbean, just north of South America, and it's a British overseas territory. The mountainous area where the eruption took place is referred to as the Soufriere Hills. So the eruption took place due to a convergent plate boundary. The Atlantic plate was forced under the Caribbean plate, and when that happened, the friction and heat that melted the Atlantic plate allowed for the lava to float through the cracks in the Earth's surface to eventually erupt. Some data that we have on the volcano is that the elevation at the highest point on the island is 3,002 feet above sea level. The last known eruption for this volcano was in 2012, and the 1995 eruption that we're talking about was preceded by seismic activity, meaning earthquake activity, that was recorded in 1897, 1933, and lastly in 1966.
There was a large human impact to the island as there was 19 deaths, and there was a lahar that destroyed Plymouth, the capital of the island, which was a big impact for the island because it's not very big. And the lahar destroyed 40 total square miles of the island. There was a very large environmental impact due to the ash and pyroclastic flows. It destroyed a lot of the farmlands, trees, and habitats that the island relied on for their food and for their economy. The ash also affected the water supply and air quality, forcing a lot of people off the island. It also produced a large amount of lava, between 4 and 5 million cubic meters, and was unloaded into pyroclastic flows. Some interesting facts about the island is that once the eruption happened, most of the population left the island and never moved back. It has around roughly 7,000 less people than before the eruption. They've constructed a new airport on the island, which is not very big, small enough for small planes to use to bounce to other islands in the Caribbean, and a small port for the roughly 3,000 people that still live there. The Beatles opened a music recording studio on the island, which is a pretty neat fact, and some of the Rolling Stones and Elton John used it up until 1999, and Hurricane Hugo destroyed it. Here are our sources. Thank you for listening.